Jayme.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for taking the time to
I
do this
am
interview.
obsessed with the stuffed animals that are in the background right now.
Yes. Oh
Yes,
my gosh.
yes. Oh,
Thank you so much.
yeah.
Yeah, I like to collect those little things. They show another side of me, I guess.
Yeah. I have back in my mother's place, I have like a whole um a bookshelf full of like all the ones that I've had since I was a kid. So
Oh my
that,
gosh.
yeah.
Oh, I wish I kept mine when I was
Yeah,
a kid, but
yeah.
what can you do? First of all, I just wanted to congratulate you on your Grammy nomination. Oh my gosh.
Ah,
Oh my gosh, it's
it's
so
been a
exciting.
wild weekend. It's
Oh,
like it's a nice little exciting weekend getting to continue to celebrate Sinners with everybody and then like going into press for Running Man. It's
this
feeling
movie.
good. It's
Oh my
feeling
gosh,
good.
this movie is so great, by the way. Oh my gosh. What I wanted to ask you about is that Sheila, she's a working class mom who's this emotionally supportive unit for her husband and
Hmm.
also providing for her infant daughter uh, while working in a place that just exploits her, basically.
Mhm.
I was just wondering, how did you tap into that emotional and economic pressure without being relegated to like the worried wife or the worried mother?
That's a great question. I think what was a big help was Glenn was really keen, and so was Edgar, really keen on us being able to understand and buy into this family. And so Glenn and I spent time just beyond just focusing on the family unit. What is the relationship between Sheila and Ben, right? Who were they
Mm,
before they fell on hard times and before their kid got sick, right? Like, what is that life? And so having that investment in Ben, in Glenn, um, made it so that it's not just the worried wife, but there is like a full there's just a rhythm to how we move, even under
mhm.
duress, right?
Right,
So you really can understand and see that there is a love there that is shared and that is then poured out on their daughter. But at the end of the day, that they're a team, right? That
right.
they never, you know, do anything without the other person's um, involvement and permission. And so then when he goes on to do the Running Man, the break or the chasm there is even greater, right? Because this is a decision he goes on to do by himself. Um, and so yeah, that's a lot of what I tapped into to just not fall on the trope, but really bring Sheila alive in a different
Mhm. And inside this, sick and twisted world that the Running Man is, the network tends to exploit Sheila and Ben's struggles into propaganda and dehumanizes them at the same time. I was just wondering, how did that distortion help shape the way you approached Sheila when she was without Ben inside the same frame of the movie, basically?
Well, I loved, Edgar has done a really good job of honoring the original book, the book, but he also subverts it in a lot of ways. And I
Mm,
loved that smaller detail where it is showing that Sheila is like a hardworking mom who is doing everything she can without subjecting herself to things that are more dehumanizing than they could be, if that makes sense, right?
yeah, yeah.
So then when how we see the way in which she is further dehumanized and her baby is dehumanized for the propaganda, it it just feels more relatable. I think audiences can go in and a lot of us can relate to the ways in which our experiences are being dehumanized and uh, used and altered and distorted to further somebody else's point of view, if that makes
Hmm.
sense.
Yeah,
Um,
it does.
so that was something that really attracted me actually to the script was to see the dichotomy of who Sheila actually is and who the network says that she is. Because I think a lot of us right now can understand that and relate to that.
So I have one more question because I have 1 minute out. But you've played women like Belle Real and Betty Shabazz, figures who are tied to um, the working class people or being civil rights activists, basically. I
Mhm.
was wondering what was that through line between them and Sheila that you wanted to basically portray in a way that treated them, that honored their roles, but also um, showed that Sheila could be completely separate in a performative or like in a spiritual space, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah, all of my choices really are just about trying to find some agency in these women, right? What are they
Hmm.
fighting for? And do I believe in what they're fighting for? Whether or not I agree in the ways in which they fight for it is irrelevant. What is their agency?
Hmm.
Um, and so yeah, like I said, getting to see the script and getting to see the ways in which Edgar has subverted Sheila from her original context in the book throughout the story. I loved every bit of that because I feel like a lot of women can relate to her. Um, yeah, and so
Yeah.
that's always my leading charge.
Okay. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, this movie's great. I loved your role. But yeah, thank you. Hi, Daniel. Michael Lee from the Nerds of Color. How are you doing?
Excellent, excellent. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. Thank you so much. Caught this movie, The Running Man, on Thursday, and oh my gosh, it was just so explosive the way everything played out. And I mean, your character, Jamie's character, even Glenn's character, everything was just so just it felt very engaging. So it's like, oh my gosh, it's not on the edge of your seat kind of movie. So thank you for that.
Perfect. That's what we were aiming for. So perfect. Thank you.
Bradley's a working class kind of principled and deeply aware of how the system operates, and how the network exploits people for their, entertainment and propaganda. I was
Mm.
just wondering, how did you ground him as a real person and not and more than just kind of the resistance guy, so to speak?
I kind of related to him in the sense that you know what, a lot of that was through his family. Um,
Okay.
as much as he is all those things, and he is a wannabe revolutionary and wants to fight the system, he's also a big brother, and he's also a son. And I really focused, especially in those scenes where I had my co-stars with me. I wanted to bring as much of that family aspect of as possible. So I was always like, there's a scene with me, Glenn, and my younger brother where it's really dangerous. And I wanted to add in little moments where I'm checking on him and making sure he's good, and not simply
Mhm.
just thinking about taking down the network constantly, but also, oh, this is my little brother. I want to take care of him too. So I think those helped make him feel real to me because I have a younger brother who I'm very protective of. And so
Okay.
that was a big way I connected with him.
Bradley, when you was talking about your scenes with Glenn, I was just wondering, Bradley risked a lot to help Ben escape.
Yeah.
For you, how does his support uh, represent the thing about solidarity and among the working class people and in a world that's built to punish them by exploitation?
I think that's a big thing. Hopefully, people take away is that we're stronger together. And I think Bradley and Glenn's dynamic represents that. Like Glenn doesn't, uh, Ben Richards' character kind of he makes it through this story through the help of others. He is on like a
Hmm.
one solo mission, but he is aided and abetted by so many people that want to that have their own troubles, and they're all and hopefully by the end of this movie people realize that it's all connected and we're all connected, and the only way for us to kind of rise above these issues is probably going to be together.
And then I'm going to Bradley acts as a bridge between the individual survival and the wider movement of, exposing what the network is doing to the people, but he never plays as like a savior type. He just wants to inform the people what's going on. How did you avoid centering him while also making his choices feel pivotal?
I think a lot of that was the script. I think
Okay.
a lot of that was just the way he was. Michael Bacall, our writer, just he wrote an excellent script, and he took the best of Bradley from the book and added that. In the original movie, Bradley wasn't a part of it, and so I'm really happy that they realized how vital he was. Like you said, in bridging that gap between the sort of the singular and the wider thing. And so for me, I just really lent on the gift they gave me in the script, and again finding those moments to also show him in the multiple dimensions as a brother and as a son, as well as a young man who wants to save the world.
Hmm.
And what's cool about Bradley is I don't think he ever thinks he's going to save the world. He just wants to be a part of the saving of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I
Yeah.
liked.
Well, that's all the time I have. Thank you so much for taking the time. Again, this is a great movie, and I just loved your character more so than anything else because he just represents so much. Yeah, thank you.
Wow, that means a lot. Thank you so much.
Comics, movies, and TV, yeah. Pop culture with a different perspective. Watch it on your screen, hit play, so check this. This is the hard knock life, but not the chica kind. More like the people in the world seeking perspectives with a different line. The kids who share the interest together with a similar kind. When they said John Glover for Spider-Man, they didn't mind. The activists